January 4th, 2011. I just posted on Godlike Productions for the first time. I found my video there, the one I posted last night about the NOAA scientist stating that the pole was shifting, or the North Pole was moving, and the Atlantic anomaly was shifting. Which are signs, of course. I wouldn't have posted it if I didn't think it was serious. I got a phone call today on my way home from work, and it's PauliesCustoms, and me and Paulie started talking about what's going on with the birds in Arkansas. I just found out from Prophetic Seers channel that in Louisiana some more birds were found dead, over 500. Big fish kill going on in the Gulf of Mexico. Apparently Prophetic Seers saying he's got people going down there to make some film right now. And yeah, you know, the ball's rolling. I do ask all my my know-it-alls, the people who are looking, to definitely look into this. I mean, we need to find out what's going on magnetically with the Earth's core, and I'm no brainiac, as everybody knows. All I'm doing is finding stories online and bringing them to people's attention, especially people I care about, people I see every day at work, people I talk to on the phone and I live my everyday life with. Those are my reason for starting the videos, just keep them up to speed on what's going on, and it's gone global. I get subscribers from all over the world now, and thank you. Thank you for listening. I wouldn't do this unless I continue to get the support that I do. So expect this year to be, I'm gonna get away from filming the actual computer screen, and we're going to talk about what's going on, and my videos are going to probably be a little longer. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to start with the extinction protocol. They've got a story on here: planetary vibrations reach new apogee for January 3rd. January 3rd, 2011. We are nearing the partial solar eclipse, and planetary vibrations have reached a new apogee. We see very intense seismic disturbances across all of the world's seismometers. Magnetospheric pressure has subsided, but the trembling across the planet from tectonic plate agitation has intensified. The areas that are registering noticeable seismic activity include China, New Zealand, Hawaii, and the South Pacific. The Alaska and Antarctic seismic stations are offline, and telemetry data is not currently available, with the exception of Scott Base Station, which shows inordinate seismic shaking at the polar region of the southern hemisphere. Icon graphs for the region mentioned are shown below, and they show a couple graphs. I will post the link below, of course. And then they get into the flooding worsens in the Philippines, just having all kinds of torrential rains and problems. See, they've got the Australian and Indonesia growing food crisis list. With all the disasters and things going on, they're having problems feeding people already. Cold wave that sweeps across northern India leaves 30 dead. So again, Asia is not out of, they are completely with us. This is a global event. 500 seamen stranded in the Arctic Circle as sea waters freeze. They'd send icebreakers out to go save these guys. Swarms and increased activity at Colombian volcanoes. Seismic swarms were registered at the Makin volcano. A geological office reported movements and emissions of ash in the snow-covered larger volcano of Nevado del Ruiz. The alert level warning for the two volcanoes remains in yellow. And then they've got a story about natural disasters killed 295,000 people in 2010. Just some more climate change story. The Living Planet has a story going on about penguins starving to death in New Zealand, basically from La Nina. And what La Nina is the water's heated up too much, and that's all that volcano going on in Indonesia, the New Zealand area. I mean, there's all kinds of underwater volcanoes going on right there on the Ring of Fire on that Pacific plate. There's a lot of activity going on, and it's affecting the food chain. Flooding inside Australian home. And again, they get into the Australian floods, residents facing plague of deadly snakes as water rises. And I've seen videos on this. We do have a video channel. It's WEATHERORNUT. He's out of Australia. He is very on the ball about what's going on in Australia right now. I will link his page on my video, so if you're not following him already, please do. Thanks for what you're doing, man. Love you. I appreciate it. Auroras and meteors, wow, exclaims Frederick Brahms of Norway. Tonight's Earth's upper atmosphere got a full force of both by the solar wind, producing some amazing coronas in purple and green, and every now and again a fragment from a shattered comet, 2003 EH1 source of the quadrant meteor shower. So they got a pretty cool picture on there too. And the USC's massive drop in bumblebees, study says. Now this also, the bees have very much to do with the magnetic field and what's going on with they use that to find their way. So I'm not so 100% sure this is pesticides making the bees doing what they're doing, but they're definitely disappearing. Disaster alert network, power outages going on in Latvia, Europe. Some 40,000 people around Latvia have been days without power as weather conditions continue to worsen. So Europe's not without its problems still. Where else are we going today? Oh, and then I go to SolarSoft, and apparently Sunspot 1141 just put out a C flare, and I'm not 100% sure if that's facing our direction towards Earth, because it's kind of off on the corner there, but if somebody would let me know, that would be cool. And other than that, that's pretty much what's going on today. Tomorrow I'm going to go outside for about 15-30 seconds and shoot my weather here in Des Moines, and we're going to go ahead and start that project. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but that's where I want you to go outside every day and shoot 10-15 seconds worth of video for me. Just kind of let me know what's going on. It's hot, it's cold, it's raining, it's snowing, whatever. And we can kind of all watch and see globally what's going on day to day and kind of be able to follow it and that kind of thing. Again, I apologize for the very long video. I definitely wanted to change the format, especially with all the popularity I've gotten since last night, and what I am sure will continue to happen as far as me finding the scientist making his mistake in the questions and answering at that ADU meeting, which happened on the 13th through the 17th of December in 2010. So it wasn't that long ago that he made this statement. So let's all keep an eye on the ball, and please, please, if you know anything, I mean, as far as being able to find links and information and being able to, let's get the facts out there. Let's find out what's really going on. I'll tell you what, know-it-alls, impress me.